And now it's time for This Week in Sports. And so joining us in the studio is our sports editor, Paul Neat. Welcome, Paul.
Hello.
So let's start with the latest on Son Heung-min's injury. We hear that his surgery went well, right?
Yes, that's right. And the KFA confirmed as such on Saturday. But a KFA official also said that it's too early to say whether or not Son will be ready for the World Cup. Son's club manager, Antonio Conte, though, says that he's confident Son will be ready. Speaking to the press after Tottenham's 2-1 loss to Liverpool on Sunday, Conte said that Son is out of hospital and that he's confident that he'll be able to come back in time for the World Cup for South Korea. Son underwent surgery on Friday for a fracture around his left eye, an injury that he picked up in a Champions League match for Tottenham against Marseille last week. Meanwhile, the Korea national team is in action this Friday against Iceland in a friendly. It will be the last chance for some players to impress manager Paulo Bento before the final squad is announced on Saturday. The World Cup begins on November 20th and Korea's first game is against Uruguay on November the 24th.
All right, so we'll fingers crossed for Son Heung-min to get well in time. Now let's move on to baseball. The KBO Korean Series continues this evening for an all-important Game 5.
Yes, that's right. The Kiwoom Heroes are against the SSG Landers. The tie is tied at 2-2 at the moment. Game 5 began at 6:30 and it's 3-0 to Kiwoom in the third inning. But the winner will have a very strong chance of going on to win the series overall. There have been 10 previous Korean series in which the two teams were level at 2-2, and the team that won Game 5 went on to win the championship. Kiwoom won the first game of this year's series, the Landers second and third, before Kiwoom won Game 4 on Saturday. Game 5 was being billed as a rematch between two homegrown stars, Kim Kwang-hyun of the SSG Landers and An Woo-jin of the Kiwoom Heroes. Both started Game 1 but haven't featured since. An was first and Kim was second in ERA during the regular season. Kim has won the Korean Series 4 times, while An, at just 23, is chasing his first. Meanwhile, over in Major League Baseball, the Houston Astros have won the World Series. The Astros beat the Philadelphia Phillies 4-1 in Game 6 on Sunday to win the series 4-2. It's their second World Series win. The first came in 2017.
All right, Paul. Now let's turn to short track speed skating. We hear that South Korea swept some medals at the ISU World Cup.
Yes, that's right. Some gold, some silver, including one of each in the 1,000-meter final in Salt Lake City on Sunday local time. Park Ji-won won the gold and Hong Kyung-wan won the silver in the 1,000 metres. Park recorded a time of 1 minute 25.202 seconds, while Hong came in at 1 minute 25.263 seconds. They were side by side from the start of the race until Hong took the lead with 7 laps to go. Park regained the lead shortly after, though, and held on until the end of the race. The men's relay team won silver in the 5,000 metres and Park Ji-won took part in that one as well. Elsewhere in the women's team, they finished first in the 3,000-metre relay with a time of 4 minutes 4.016 seconds. And the previous day, Kim Ki-il won gold in the women's 1,500 metres. And Olympic ace Chae Min-jong won silver in the women's 500 metres.
Well, sticking with winter sports, Paul, in figure skating, we hear figure skater Kim Ye-rin won silver in the ISU Grand Prix, which I believe is the best Korea's done since Kim Yeona did, right?
Yes, that's right. 19 years old Kim Ye-rin won silver over in France on Saturday. It was her first medal in the Senior Grand Prix series and is the best score at a Senior Grand Prix for a Korean woman since Kim Yeona. Kim Ye-rin earned a total of 194.76 points overall, with 125.83 points in free skating and 62.82 in her technical element score, as well as 65.01 points in her program competence score. 68.93 points were then won in her short track program. Belgia's Luna Hendricks won the gold with a score of 216.34.
All right, Paul, thank you again so much for your sports wrap-up this week. I'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you. See you.